Welcome to Yoga for Runners. This flow is great for a pre-run or post-run. Okay, let's get started in tabletop on hands and knees. Wrists line up right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and the toes track directly behind the knees. We'll take a few rounds of cow and cat here. So inhaling, arching the spine, lifting the head and tail for cow, and then exhale, curl into cat. As you inhale, lift the head and tail, arching the spine, and then exhale, curl. Take a few more rounds on your own breath pattern. And I'll take this opportunity to introduce Delnecia. She's a former student of mine and was happy to join us on the mat today. Finish up this last round of cow and cat. Find your way to a nice neutral spine. Let the hips rest back, find child's pose. Allow the head to rest down. And if you see here, I'm doing an inversion-free variation. Delnecia is doing a regular variation. Good. Take one more big breath here. Bring the knees back together if they were wide and step your right foot forward into your low lunge. Knee tracks over the center of the foot. Just allow yourself to open up the hips here. Hands frame the front foot. And inhale, lift the chest. We'll take a micro flow. As you exhale, shift back into your half monkey. So weight onto the back knee, front leg straightens, toes pull up. As you inhale, shift yourself forward into the low lunge so the toe comes back down. And then exhale, shift back into that half monkey. Now take this gently. Allow your hamstring and hips to open at their own time. And follow your own breath pattern here. You do not have to go the same speed as Delnecia and I. Do what feels right for your body. Let's take one more full round. One more low lunge, one more half monkey. And then settle into your low lunge. Bring your hands to the inside of that front foot, and then heel toe the front foot around to the side edge of your mat. We're going to float it up behind us, bend the knee, and then tap the toe behind you. You're going to bring some weight on it. This is a variation of wild thing or side plank, if you will. Just getting a nice stretch through the front of the body. Go ahead and bring yourself back to tabletop and wiggle it out a little bit. Let's take the other side, so the left foot will come forward into your low lunge. Go ahead and ease your weight forward into that front foot. Knee tracing over the center of the foot. Moving through our microflow on this side, take a nice inhale and then exhale, shift back into your half monkey. Weight into the back knee, front toes peel up. Inhale, shifting forward into your low lunge, letting the chest lift up. And then exhaling and shifting back, coming into a forward fold. Take this a few more times on your own breath pattern, and I'll let you know when it's time to move on. Let's take one more full round, so one more low lunge, one more half monkey. Bring your hands to the inside of the front foot, float the front leg back behind you, bend the knee so the heel's towards the sit bone, and then let that foot fall behind you to come into a modified wild thing, getting a nice stretch to the front of the body. Go ahead and bring the hand and the knee back to tabletop. Walk forward on your mat. If you're back a little bit, we're going to come into plank pose. Nice long line through the body, keeping the belly zipped up and in. Back of the neck is nice and long. Gently lower down the knees. And then slowly lower the chest down, elbows tight to the ribs. Go ahead and release the feet. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. As you inhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders into cobra, and exhale, lower down. We'll take this a few more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, crown of the head lifts up to cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up through tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog or child's pose, your choice. Inhale the right leg up and back into three-legged dog. And as you exhale, you're going to step it through, finding your high lunge first, and press into that back leg. Inhale, walk or sweep the arms all the way up to crescent pose. Arms will sweep up by the ears. Hands can connect or not, whatever your shoulders are happy with. And we're stretching out that left hip flexor. Take a nice inhale here and exhale, twist over that front leg to your right, arms open to shoulder height. Inhale, come back to square the shoulders to the front of your mat, and then exhale, twist again. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Lift a little higher, and then exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, sweep the arms up by the ears. Exhale, hop the back foot forward about a stride. Back leg is still outwardly rotated, Parsvottanasana. Hold on to either the forearms, the wrists, or reverse prayer. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift up through the chest, and then exhale, fold forward. So we're hinging from the hips, nice long spine here. Lower belly is pulling up and in to protect the back. Just breathe into this stretch, targeting the hamstring and the back of that right leg. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart center, keeping the body in the diagonal. Start to soften the knees, shift your weight forward into the front leg, and float the back leg for warrior 3. Nice energy through that back leg, all the way through the toenails. As you inhale, start to float up to vertical. The back knee will come up in front of you, then outwardly rotate for tree pose. Bottom of the foot connects to the inner leg. If you want to bring it a little higher, feel free to help it with your hand. Nice tall spine. Just breathe here. Keep the front ribs laced together as the arms extend upwards. We don't want to disturb the rib cage here. Arms are moving independent of the ribs. If the arms are extended, bring them back to your heart. Release the foot, float it back. Warrior 2. So hips are now open to the side edge of your mat. Right knee is tracing over the front foot. Looking for a 90-degree angle in that front leg, outwardly rotating the right thigh, but parallel with the back leg, which seems confusing, but you check out our legs. We are in the proper position. We want our hips to be nice and level here with the ground. Once they are, the spine will stack naturally on top. On your inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reach that hand up towards the sky for reverse warrior. Soften even more into the knee. Inhale through vertical. Exhale, extended side angle. Forearm crosses the thigh. Other arm sweeps up over the ear. Inhale, coming up through vertical. Flip the palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. This gets the obliques ready for running and breathing. Inhale through center. Exhale, extended side angle. This also brings stability and energy through the hips and legs. Inhale through vertical, flip the palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale through vertical. Exhale, extended side angle. Staying here for a couple breaths. Go ahead and bring the hand down to the mat. Step back to plank. Taking a vinyasa. Lower down the knees and slowly and mindfully lower the chest down, elbows hug the ribs. Release the toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press through tabletop. Either tuck the toes and go to downward facing dog, or press back to child's pose, your choice. Stay here and breathe. Take one more nice big breath here. If you're in child's pose, come to plank pose. If you're in down dog, then stay there. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Find high lunge and soften through the back knee. Press through the feet. Inhale, walk all the way up into crescent pose. Arms will sweep up by the ears. Hands can touch or not, whatever your shoulders are happy with. Take a nice inhale here, getting a little taller in the spine. And then exhale, twist to your left over that front leg, opening the arms to shoulder height. Inhale, come back through vertical, squaring off the shoulders. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhaling, coming back through vertical. Exhale, twist, opening the arms. Inhale, come back to crescent pose, squaring off the shoulders. Exhale, start to hop the back foot forward. Bring your hands behind the back for Parsvottanasana. Either hold on to the elbows, wrist, or reverse prayer if you practice it. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. As you exhale, hinge forward over the leg, getting a nice hamstring stretch. Breathe into that hamstring. Bring the torso about halfway up, so you're in a slight diagonal. Then release the hands and bring them to prayer at your heart center. Soften both knees and start to shift your weight forward into the front foot. As you do so, when the back leg feels light, float it up into Warrior 3. Energize all the way through to the toenails and out the crown of your head. As you inhale, come up through vertical, back leg will float forward, then outwardly rotate the thigh bone and find tree pose. Bottom of the foot connects to the inner leg. Press that foot firmly into the standing leg. Nice, tall, long spine. Palms pressed together. If you feel ready and you want to on this side, you can extend the arms up overhead, but as you do so, try not to disrupt the ribs. Keep the front ribs laced together so you feel them constantly engaged and pulling toward one another. Arms can be in whatever shape feels good for you. If the arms are extended, bring them back to your heart center. Gently release the foot off the inner thigh. Step back and find your Warrior 2. Heel toeing that back foot till you find a good distance for you. Hips are open to the side edge of your mat. Front knee tracks over the center of the foot. Arms extend shoulder height, palms down. And we'll take our little micro flow here. Inhale, flip the palm. Exhale, reach up and back into your reverse warrior. Inhale, come up through vertical, Warrior 2, and then exhale, extended side angle. Forearm crosses the thigh, other arm sweeps up and over the ear. Inhaling, coming up through vertical, Warrior 2. Flip the palm, exhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Inhaling, coming through Warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, Warrior 2. Flip the palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, coming through Warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Go ahead and bring the hands down to the mat under your shoulders and step back to plank. Take a nice inhale here. As you exhale, lower down the knees and the chest, bring the elbows tight to the ribs. Release the feet. Inhale, cobra, head, neck, and shoulders lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up and back, either down dog or child's pose. Stay here and breathe. Bring the knees together and start to roll up through the spine so that you're sitting on your heels. We'll just stay here for a moment. Allow your hands to rest on your thighs. Just feel the feels. Nice deep breath. And go ahead and sit on one hip or the other and swing your legs out in front. Feet are about hip width apart. Sit up nice and tall through the spine. Again, that belly pulls up and in, and as you exhale, walk the hands down the legs and hold on to whatever you can reach today. Keeping that belly lifted up and in. Shoulders are rolled back, and we're staying in a straight spine for now. Enjoying the stretch through the backs of the legs and through the spine. Now, if you would like to, feel free to fold forward or round forward. Crown of the head would come down towards the knees. On your inhale, lift the head. Exhale, bring yourself all the way up to vertical. Go ahead and shake the legs out a little bit. And let's take the right heel in towards the sit bone, foot flat. You want a fist width of space between the foot and the inner thigh. Other hand comes behind you. Inhale, lift the opposite arm, and then exhale, twist over that bent leg. You can hug or tuck the arm. Straight leg has energy in it, so the heel is down, toes are up, and allow the head to rotate over that back shoulder. Keep the belly engaged here. Your exhale will be emphasized in a twist like this. So if you find an inhale is a little challenging, it's because we're twisted. Just allow the exhale to be a little bit longer right now. Inhale, bring your eyes to the front. Exhale, gently release the twist, and let's take the other side. So left heel in towards the sit bone. Left hand behind you. Inhale the opposite arm up. Exhale, twist towards the bent leg. Hug or tuck the elbow around. Inhale the eyes to the front. Exhale, release the twist. Bring both feet flat onto the mat, in line with the hips. We're going to shift our weight forward. So your hands are behind you. Just gently lower one knee down towards the mat. You really want your sit bones on your heels here in order to find this stretch, and it's along the quadricep muscles, the top of the thigh. Gently shift from one side to the other. Finish up that second side. Go ahead and sit back down on the mat. Bottoms of the feet together, bound angle pose. Hold on to the ankles or the arches of the feet. Try to avoid grabbing the toes. Open your elbows. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, hinge forward. You can use the elbows here to gently guide the legs downward. Breathe into the stretch. One more big breath. As you inhale, come all the way up through vertical. Exhale where you need, bring your hands to your legs and gently close them. And then scoot forward on your mat so you have enough space behind you to lie down. Bring the hands to your hamstrings right underneath the knee joint. We're coming into boat pose, Navasana. So legs can start at a 90-degree angle. Arms can reach if it's available to you. You can even straighten the legs here if you have done this pose before and it's in your practice. Just keep the chest open. Bring your hands to the backs of the thighs, lower the toes down to the mat, and slowly roll down through the spine. Once your head reaches the mat, make sure the feet are nice and secure underneath your hips. And just allow yourself to feel the feels here. Allow that release to happen. Pull the right knee in towards your chest, holding on underneath the knee joint, and then extend the opposite leg straight down underneath you, flexing the foot, pressing the heel into the mat. Bend up the bottom leg so the foot is flat, knee is up, and then go ahead and extend the top knee or your right leg. Hold on behind the thigh or behind the calf. If you can reach the foot without your hips lifting up, then go ahead and grab the foot. Just looking for a nice gentle hamstring stretch here. Nothing too intense. Bring your hands down to the thigh. Go ahead and soften the knee and bring the foot down to the mat. Switching to the other side, pull the thigh towards your chest. Then flex the right foot and extend the leg long underneath you. Nice gentle breath here. Bend up the bottom leg once again, foot flat, and then go ahead and extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Let the hands go where you can reach, so behind the thigh, behind the calf, maybe it's the foot, but keep the hips on the mat. And enjoy this hamstring opening. Bring the hands behind the leg. Go ahead and soften the knee. Let the heel drop down. Both feet flat on the mat. And bring your arms either out to your side to cactus arms, which is a 90-degree angle, or bring the hands behind the head for a little extra chest opening. And gently windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Do your best to keep the shoulders connected to the mat as you move the legs and the hips. Finish up that second side and then bring yourself back to neutral. Then go ahead and hug the knees in towards your chest. And go ahead and release the legs down and find your Shavasana. Legs are about mat width apart, falling to their natural rotation. If it's chilly where you are, of course, bring a blanket over you to stay warm. Arms are shoulder height or lower at a comfortable angle, palms flipped upward. Let your eyes close and take rest in stillness. start to deepen your breath. Find energy in your fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, hands, and feet. Extend the arms up overhead by your ears, bring the legs together long underneath you, and give yourself a beautiful, big, full body stretch. Go ahead and hug the knees in towards you and gently rock from side to side. Roll onto your right side into fetal position using the bottom arm as a pillow for your head. Gently press yourself up to a seated position, eyes remain closed. Either bring your hands to prayer at your heart center or one hand to your heart and one to your belly. Take this opportunity to check in with how you feel after today's practice. How do you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually? Now take a few moments for some gratitude, something you're thankful for in this moment, and give yourself a few reasons why. Thank you so much for practicing with us today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. And thanks for joining me today, Delnecia. It was a real treat.
And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. See you next time.